I'm gonna be, because I wanna be. No, I don't wanna sit still, look pretty.
Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Denelsia. Instead of the 4-hour work week today, because we're supposed to be charting on chapter 13, I have been talking with someone negotiating deals. And before I call them back, I'm going to share with you some information. And then you can listen with me live. And hopefully this will help somebody in the future. So I was talking to a brokerage company in regards to, I won't name who, in regards to getting my books publishing put out there to a major corporation. Okay. When they first contacted me, I looked at the email. That was my first red flag. There was no name at the bottom, no logo, no address, no email, and no website. But if you hit the drop down on the email, it did have a company email address. Let's get started, shall we? So I contacted the person. I said, I'm interested. What's the next step so we can talk? You know, every author wants to get their work put out there. And she contacted me back. We had a lovely conversation. It was wonderful. She asked me about me, asked me about the book. I sent over a copy of the copyright for my book. I also sent a book biography, bio on me, and my link for what I'm connected to as far as my websites. And then she gave me the price that she thought I should start at, because she said she had 10 years in the industry doing what she's doing as a liaison between her authors and other publishers and for films and things of that nature. When she sent me a confirmation email later, it later did have the logo, the address, the phone number, and the website link. And the website link is a wonderful looking link. It says it's been in business a while, and it's everything you would expect a website to see. So that kind of made me feel at ease. During our initial conversation, when I told her I was available to talk, it's a female, she told me what her commission is. I said, I'm okay with that, especially if they're paying me, they're like, oh yeah, honey, I'm okay with that commission. And then she said they had already been looking at my book for a while, and they rated it 3.8. Now, I went to go look on the internet because I wanted to know. I asked her how she got 3.8 over them looking at it for a few months, whatnot. She explained it. Because there's no reviews on the book on my Amazon page. No one has ever purchased the book that she's interested in, which was my very first book that I published back in 2009. So I mainly listen. She says, we won't be asking you for any money up front or any of that. Oh, that's even better. That's why I'm on this call. I'm all about trying to get to some change, and we can get to some change together, and you're going to help me get to some change. Today, I talked to this lady after she said I got an opportunity. I won't say who the opportunity is with. And she runs me these databases names that I've never heard of. And I don't give away any information, because on that first phone call, she asked me to complete an NDA, which is a disclosure agreement to be able to talk about stuff. And so I just asked someone who works in the business. I didn't say anything had happened, that I had talked to anybody. I just asked 2 questions. What a national and international literary database is. This is somebody who has their own company, publishes, is a bestseller on Amazon, is in films, just got finished doing a film actually, has many books published and has had movies done off her books as well. She sends me a link in regards to indie authors, nothing in regards to a national or literary database. If this is one of the prerequisites, and I can't find it anywhere on the internet, maybe this other person who has experience, without me telling them anything, with asking them things, can give me some headway, is what I'm thinking. Now, she may not be as big as the publishing company that is being mentioned to me, especially being African American owned, but regardless, she's had enough networks and much more time in the industry that she should know what these things are that I've mentioned to her. I'm gonna read you the letter I sent over before I make the phone call. Dear the person acting as a liaison, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to seek clarification on a few points regarding my book, and I mentioned the book, and our agreement with, and I mentioned the book company that they are working on a liaison for. First, I got a little bit of a cold, y'all, sorry, and I'm still letting my hair air dry. First, I'd like to understand the term updated registration in national and international literary databases as mentioned in your email. Could you please send me more context and information on what this entails and how it benefits my book publication? I've done some research, but I'm still unclear at this point. Regarding the $5,000 fee associated with this request, I'm hesitant to proceed without a clear understanding of what specific service or value it represents. I'm excited about the potential partnership with, and I mentioned their name, and believe our collaboration could lead to great success for, and I mentioned the book. I'm willing to work together to find a solution that benefits both parties. To the end, I'd like to explore alternative arrangements such as negotiating a higher commission rate to cover this cost. Would it be possible to adjust the commission to a rate of instead of the standard? The difference in commission is 1.05%. Which should not make or break this deal, okay? I'm excited about this will help me understand the value that the company we are discussing brings to the table. Please confirm the following requirements to move forward. They're asking for a manuscript in various formats, ebook, paperbook, and audiobook, which means I've already ordered a book because I didn't have it sitting on my shelf. Got it in storage in Georgia, sitting there. So another book had to be ordered, so I can go ahead, and it's not in my email because it's from way back ancient when. So I'd have to draft a book from scratch as far as the paperback, which is not a problem. I can do that within 24 hours. And then I would have to do a ebook. That's not a problem. An ebook, once you have the manuscript done, only takes an hour or two. And it's English, so it's not hard. And an audiobook. I've never done an audiobook, although I did start learning about doing audiobooks and have had equipment bought for audiobooks. Never got back to the audiobooks portion. Haven't had to. So the same lady I asked about the databases, since she runs a company, I would go through her. I would scrap up whatever change I could, and I would go through her for the audiobook. So without saying anything really to her at all in regards to what I'm doing, just asking her general questions. That would be taken care of once I go ahead and get the rough draft done and get the manuscript done so I could provide it for ebook and paperback and audiobook. Provide a brief biography of and marketing materials. I don't mind that. I do marketing materials all day long for non-pay. You're going to pay me to do some marketing materials, baby? You got it. How quick can I get the marketing materials done? What kind of marketing materials do you need? I'm on it, boo. Clarify the status of your book's rights. I've already sent over the copy of the copyright. Providing the latest royalty report. So I would have to call Arthur House. I've already ordered a cancellation letter for Arthur House to send it over. So I would just call them and get my latest royalty report, which I'll do after I've talked to her to see where her brain is at. Now, I already did my research. So several authors have faced similar situations regarding publishing rights, contracts, and negotiations. Here are a few examples. J.K. Rowling, she fought for higher royalties and creative control over the Harry Potter series. Stephen King, he has spoken out about the importance of author rights and has negotiated lucrative contracts. George R.R. Martin, he has discussed the value of maintaining creative control and negotiating fair contracts. John Grinson, I love him too. He has spoken about the importance of understanding contracts and negotiating better deals. Nora Roberts, she has advocated for author rights and spoken about the need for fair contracts. I've read books or seen movies by all of these except George R.R. Martin. Okay, so I'm familiar with the rest of these names. These authors' experiences demonstrate that even successful writers face challenges in the publishing industry. Researching their stories can provide valuable insights and inspiration for navigating your own situation. What is this? Anyway, okay. The authors I mentioned typically did not pay upfront fees to have their copyrights sold. Instead, they negotiated contracts with publishers that included advances and royalties based on book sales. In traditional publishing, publishers typically offer advances and royalties to authors rather than charging them fees. The publisher bears the cost of editing, printing, and distributing the books, and the author receives a percentage of the sales revenue. However, some authors may choose to self-publish or work with hybrid publishers that require upfront fees. In this cases, authors may pay for services like editing, marketing, and printing, but they retain creative control and potentially higher royalties. It is important to note that the publishing industry is constantly evolving, and new models are emerging. Some authors may choose to pay upfront for specific services, but it's essential to understand the terms and ensure that the arrangement aligns with their goals and financial situation. $5,000 does not align with my goals or my financial situation. Even if I have it in my pocket, it still don't align with my goals and financial situation. Last time I checked, I'm a plus, and my avatar is a plus-size, dark-skinned, chocolatey lady. No, ma'am, that will not ever align with my goals and financial situation to provide to you, darling. Okay, let's talk about a bait and switch. Since I was initially told that it would not cost me any money up front. Now, the last time I checked, $5 is some nice, $5,000 is some nice money. Anybody around here? Hello, anybody else want $5,000? I want $5,000. $5,000 sounds like a decent car. Sounds like a nice down payment on a house. Ooh. Sounds like a fantastic vacation. It ain't even gotta be in the United States for that cost. not gonna cost you any money. Oh, wait, it's just gonna cost you $5,000. Let's keep going. That sounds like a lot of grocery money. That sounds like, my last house I had on the west side of 38th and High School Road, my mortgage was about $500 per month. I paid less than $7,000 running the bed and breakfast for the entire year off of a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath house with a garage, with a deck, with a brand new fence. That's almost complete housing for an entire year. Oh, it's not going to cost you anything. Just $5,000. Bait and switch. It's a deceptive tactic used to lure someone into a transaction or agreement by promising one thing only to reveal a different, often less desirable outcome. This tactic is commonly used in sales, marketing, and negotiations. By the way, she said she would show up for me to sign on the dotted line, of course, if I paid this wonderful amount. Here's how it typically works. The bait. An attractive offer or promise is made to grab your attention and interest. She thought I was going to get on that all day and all night shenanigans trip I was talking about the other day with y'all in regards to relationships. Nah, boo. I done had plenty of experiences. Number 2, the switch. Once you've committed or shown interest, the terms or conditions are changed, revealing a less favorable outcome. Baby, that impersonator, I just did a song called The Impersonator. That impersonator is working their assets off over time, boo. Examples of a bait and switch tactics include advertising. You don't have to use this just for publishing. You can use this in regular relationships. Isn't that amazing? It works just like this. They sell you the dream. They screw you for free without lubrication. They don't give you shit that you were promised. Didn't that sound like a wonderful relationship? That sounds like most of the relationships that go on today. Okay. Promising a specific feature or benefit that is later withdrawn or modified. Woo! Offering a limited time discount or promotion that is not honored. In your situation, the initial offer of a publishing contract with the book company that we're discussing might be considered the bait. The subsequent request for a $5,000 fee for updated registration could be seen as a switch, as it was not initially disclosed or agreed upon. Remember, it's essential to carefully review contracts and agreements, ask questions, and seek clarification before committing to anything. Don't hesitate to negotiate or walk away if you feel misled or uncomfortable with the terms. I feel hellified uncomfortable with those terms. My comment since Tweety Bird says, hell no, be not today. Let's give this lady a little ring and see what she's got to say, shall we? Let's see. Text her. I just arrived. Are you available? I booked a quiet room for a short time frame to allow us privacy. Let's see what happens. while waiting on her, briefly while we wait. And I wrote a lot before I got this lovely phone call while I was at the bus stop about that 5K. Yes, honey, I got a lot on my mind. I hope you can appreciate the real me today. Not that I don't give it any other day, but you got to see a whole other side. Oh, there she is. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Denelsia. Thank you so much for taking the time. And I received your email.
Okay.
And I really do apologize if I haven't properly explained to you the importance and the benefits of registering your book to the National Literary Database and the updating of the copyright and the ISBN of your book as well. So I will explain everything to you to the best of my ability to make it easier as well for you to understand. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So upon a recent evaluation, it was discovered that your book published way back in March 23 of 2009. So was not registered in the International Literary Database up until this day. So as per industry standards, this registration should occur within 2 weeks of publication to ensure manuscript security and protect your rights as an author as well. So allow me to explain why this timely registration is very, very crucial. Firstly, it will protect your manuscript from theft. There have been unfortunate instances where authors have stolen manuscripts and signed contracts with, traditional publishers, as what I have mentioned to you before. And in one notable case, the rightful owner of the material discovered his death only after the book was globally distributed. So this led to a legal battle that resulted in millions of dollars in damages and fees. So if we do not register your book in the International Literary Database, it's very, very risky for piracy, especially if it's translated into other languages, and especially if your book will be distributed globally. We're talking worldwide, not just in the US. And let me tell you, Harlequin does not like to be in conflict because of that. Well, not just Harlequin, but also other traditional publishing houses out there. So proper and timely registration in the literary database acts as a safeguard against such situations, and it ensures your rights as the original author as well. And secondly, Denelsia, it will secure the translation rights of your book. Correct registration in the literary databases also protects your book's translation rights. This means your book can be automatically translated into different languages. So if your book is registered in the International Literary Database, if anyone tries to steal it and attempt to translate it into other languages, it will automatically be blocked. And that's the advantage of properly registering your book. No one else can take advantage except you. And ensuring that your book is registered correctly will facilitate this process and enhance the book's, global presence as well. And regarding the copyright, as what I told you before, the copyrights of your book and the ISBN are currently tied up to your old company. So if we move forward without updating these rights, your old company will keep receiving royalties from future sales. They will receive 70% of your book sales royalties and also the advance payment. And again, we do not, we don't like that to happen, right? We don't want them to, to be getting royalties from your book. So it's very important to update everything to have it under your name, and so that the royalties will come directly to you without any delays or loss of income. Because again, Harlequin, do not like conflicts in the future. Well, not just them, but also other traditional publishing houses out there. And you've mentioned on your email as well that, if it would be possible to adjust the commission rate to 13%. Was that instead of 12?
13.05% is the difference for the 5,000 between what you would get paid, and then the 5,000, the difference of the 5,000. That's correct.
Okay. As much as we would love to, but broker safety did not allow us to do that. And you know what? If I have the money, I will pay. I will cover the funds to $5,000. I would have paid it myself, but you already know that I am only working on a commission basis. That's why I'm working really, really hard to get this book deal, because that's the only time that I can get the 12% commission. You're not hiring me to do this. You've been working on your book since last month. I'm not asking you for anything, because again, we do not charge any services here.
Okay.
Okay?
So now you keep saying you're not asking me for anything, but you're asking for $5,000.
Well, that's not for me. That's not for me. That is for your book. And you can benefit that. You as well, right? Again, it will protect the right of your book and you as the author.
Okay.
That's why it's very, very crucial.
So you mentioned that the advance payment would go to Arthur House, but if I send a contract to Arthur House and I cancel my book, that cancels any ties to them getting paid my royalties or anything else. And then that also, whatever they've got, they shouldn't have anything hooked to my copyright, because I never got my book copyrighted through Arthur House. I had my book copyrighted before I sent my book over to Arthur House. So that is strictly in my name. So when I cancel the contract, the copyright would still be in my name. But even if I were to get another copyright, if you wanted to have an additional one because it's been so long, a copyright, if I go through the copyright office and redo my copyright, is not going to cost me $5,000.
Yes, of course, I know, because copyright and the ISBN, it will not cost you that much, okay? That's why I'm giving you the option. You can do it yourself. You can navigate the process independently. But again, it may involve significant time and expense, because you need to, look for a flight, get hotel accommodations. It's not just the ISBN and the copyright. We're also talking about the, legal considerations here. We're also talking about, again, the international literary database.
Okay.
And
okay.
you have to register your book with the Library of Congress. So, you know what? If you have the will to do it yourself, okay, Denelsia, I'm not stopping you, but again, it will cost you much, because again, you will look for flight, hotel accommodations, you will travel from one place to another. But the worst case scenario here is that they will never entertain you personally, knowing that will never entertain unsolicited submissions for endorsements, most especially if it's not coming, from a broker.
No, we've never even discussed travel. So what are you talking about?
Because you're gonna have to meet an executive. Because again, that's what I've told you. Only an executive has the, access to the international literary database. That's why I hired 2 people to do this. Because they are an expert of that.
Okay, so you're saying I'm gonna have to travel to meet executives.
Well, if you can, meet an executive, but
I mean, it's just my first time hearing it. So these are things that need to be probably put in a letter and you let somebody know about them ahead of time, and that way they're knowing what the expectations are so they can set whatever expectations or boundaries on the other end that the person, as far as what to expect as next steps for what's about to happen. You just throwing it on me talking about I have to travel to go meet executives was never to be probably put in a letter and you let somebody know about them ahead of time, and that way they're knowing what the expectations are so they can set whatever expectations or boundaries on the other end that the person, as far as what to expect as next steps for what's about to happen. You just throwing it on me talking about I have to travel to go meet executives was never discussed. That's a communication error.
Denelsia, again, we only got one shot to the publishers. And once the publisher takes in your manuscript and decides to give you a book deal, it is understood that you're going to go through some, more revisions. Corrections and updates might make the revision necessary. And that's very, very common in publishing, especially we are transitioning you from self-published author to a traditional published author. Right?
Is there anything else as far as expectations?
Well, that's it. All of the expectations are in the confirmation email that the Harlequin sent to you. You don't have to worry about the other requirements though, like the one that you sent me, good formats, because it is quite negotiable. However, this updated registration is very crucial. That's why they're really asking me if, where are we right now?
I mean, they just got what you a few days. They just got you to you a few days ago. So I just received the email literally 2 days ago. So right now, we are talking what I sent to you as far as confirming what you need. But the only thing that I seem to not be in control of would be these databases that you're talking about. Now, in regards to the travel, I'm assuming that's not wrapped up anything in this $5,000.
Yeah, again, it's what I told you, the $5,000 is only for the legal documentations and the paperwork. Professional fees not yet included, including the other expenses, like hotel stay and gasoline for the car, of course, are not included, but you just have to worry about that because I've already submitted a letter to our company, Broker Safety, and we will, shoulder it for you.
Okay.
So the original price that they're really asking us was $8,000, but I was able to negotiate it down to $5,000.
Okay. So I'm not worried about traveling or meeting executives. I want to know what this $5,000 is covering.
Okay, again, that's what I told you. We're going to hire 2 people to do this, and they will be the one to process everything for you, to meet an executive, to update the registration, everything. You're going to do is just sit still and look pretty.
Okay, so now I see. So what they are doing with the $5,000 is legal paperwork, and then arranging travel plans.
exactly, and other papers like legal documentation. Everything that's already included to the $5,000.
Okay. Could you go ahead and send me over the information in an email, please?
What email do you mean?
The one that says what the $5,000 is covering.
Sure, I will definitely send you that one. You mean an invoice, right?
Yes, because nothing we said has covered what this $5,000 is covering. We've only had this conversation.
Of course, Denelsia, of course. I will send you the invoice. Hold on.
Okay. And you said that. It's not negotiable to change the. And you said it's not negotiable to change the commission.
No, it's not negotiable. We're only gonna be getting 12%, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I will send it to you later today because I'm gonna go ahead and email our finance team for the invoice. Okay? That you're asking me. And let me check. Hold on. Okay. So, again, Denelsia, you know what? It's really up to you, what you choose because you're the one, that's steering your life. But if you feel that this is some burdensome for you,
I have one question. I have a question. No, ma'am, you're not going to do that to me. I know exactly where I would like to be, and if I had it, we might have been able to. I will wait on that, and I appreciate you so much, and I will get back with you.
of course, Denelsia, but always remember this. Every action you take has potential to shape our future.
Thank you so much. You have a good day. I'll wait for the paperwork. And that's how you do that there. Whew, and I will discuss whatever else I want to discuss later. I'm about to hop on this computer and get busy, darling.